Hello everyone. Welcome back to Old Charles the channel where we explore the amazing world of rare and historical coins from around the globe. Today, we're diving deep into a small but powerful piece of U.S. history, the 1976 United States 1-cent coin. Also known as the 1976 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might just look like an ordinary coin. But wait till you hear about its history, design, minting variations, and how valuable it can be today. So stay tuned till the end. You might be holding something truly special in your hands. The 1976 Lincoln penny was part of a long-running series that began in 1909, when the U.S. Mint first introduced the Lincoln cent to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Now, the year 1976 was a very special one in American history. It marked the United States bicentennial, celebrating 200 years of independence since 1776. That although most U.S. coins released in 1976, like the quarter, half dollar, and dollar, had special bicentennial designs, the 1-cent coin *** remained unchanged. Why? Because the penny had already been featuring Lincoln on the obverse since 1909 and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse since 1959, and the U.S. Mint decided not to alter this classic design. So, the 1976 penny doesn't have any bicentennial marks like the 1776 to 1976 date. It simply reads 1976. But it still represents that same era of national pride and celebration. Let's talk about the design of the 1976 1-cent coin. On the obverse or front side, we have the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has been used for decades and is one of the most recognizable faces on U.S. currency. The 1976 penny was struck in huge numbers. Over 8.4 billion coins were produced across all mints. The coin is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, with a total weight of 3.11 grams. That's the same classic copper composition used before 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched to copper-plated zinc pennies. So, if you have a 1976 penny, you're holding one of the last generations of solid copper cents, which already makes it more interesting to collectors and metal enthusiasts alike. There are three main versions of the 1976 penny. 1. 1976, no mint mark, minted in Philadelphia. 2. 1976, D-minted in Denver. 3. 1976, S-proof minted in San Francisco, with a shiny, mirror-like finish, made for collectors. Now, the 1976 S-proof coin was never meant for circulation. It came only in special collector sets. These coins have a deep mirror background and sharp, frosted designs, making them highly desirable for their beauty and finish. Some minor die varieties ** also exist, such as double die obverse or repunched mint marks, which can significantly raise a coin's value. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value because of its large mintage. Most 1976 pennies in circulated condition are worth only face value. 1 cent, however, condition and rarity matter a lot in the coin world. Here's a general breakdown: circulated condition ** 1 to 5 cents. Uncirculated condition, mint state 60 to 65 ** around $0.20 to $1. Brilliant uncirculated, MS 66 plus, can sell $4.10, $25, depending on the market. Proof version, 1976. S** usually worth $1, $3. But if it's a perfect PR70 deep cameo, it could fetch up to $40, $70, and remember, error coins can be worth much more. Some 1976 pennies with off-center strikes, die cracks, or double die errors have sold for $50 to even over $100 at coin auctions. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is king. If your 1976 penny has scratches, discoloration, or heavy wear, it's likely only worth face value. But if you find one with sharp details, bright red luster, and no visible damage, you could be holding a mint state gem. Collectors use terms like brown, bien dark, fully toned copper. Red brown, RB***, partial shine left, RD***, full original copper color. The most valuable, a 1976 Lincoln cent graded MS 67 RD by PCGS or NGC, can reach prices above $150 or even more ** due to its rarity in such pristine condition. Even though the 1976 penny doesn't feature the bicentennial dual date, it still represents the same patriotic era, a symbol of America's enduring history. The 1976 penny is older than 45 years today, yet millions are still found in circulation. Its copper value alone, if melted, which is illegal in the U.S., is worth more than 1 cent, about 2 to 3 cents just in metal value. So, what have we learned? The 1976 United States 1-cent coin might not be rare by mintage numbers, but it's still an important historical piece that marks a time of American pride, the bicentennial, and stands as one of the last solid copper pennies ever made. If you find a shiny, uncirculated, or error version in your collection, hold on to it. You never know how much it could be worth in the future. The story of the 1976 Lincoln 1-cent coin goes far beyond just a small piece of copper. It represents America's long-standing tradition, a continuation of over 6 decades of design, and a symbol of national identity during one of the most celebrated years in U.S. history, the bicentennial year. Let's rewind a bit to understand where this coin fits into history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent, marking the first time a real person, a beloved American president, was featured on a circulating U.S. coin. The design was created by Victor David Brenner ***, whose initials VDB originally appeared on the bottom reverse of the 1909 coins. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse featured 2 wheat stalks, which is why those early coins are known as wheat pennies. Then, in 1959, to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth and the 50th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, the U.S. Mint changed the design. The reverse now displayed the Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparo, and this design remained until 2008. Now, fast forward to 1976, a year of great celebration in the United States. It marked the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The U.S. Mint released special bicentennial coins, the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar, with unique designs showing scenes of liberty, independence, and freedom. However, the 1-cent coin was different. It did not receive a bicentennial redesign. Why? Because the image of Abraham Lincoln, the president who preserved the Union during the Civil War, was already a powerful national symbol. The Mint decided that the penny's existing design, showing Lincoln on the front and his memorial on the back, already reflected the spirit of America's strength and unity. Therefore, the 1976 penny retained the traditional Lincoln Memorial reverse and the single-year date, 1976, unlike other bicentennial coins that displayed the dual date. 1776, 1976. Still, the 1976 penny holds a special place in history. It was minted during a time of patriotic pride and celebration. Across the country, Americans were participating in parades, fireworks, and festivals marking 200 years of independence, and every penny produced that year circulated as part of that great American milestone. From a production standpoint, 1976 was a massive year for the Mint. Billions of Lincoln cents were struck across 3 main facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark, ***, and San Francisco, S mint mark, ***, 4 proof coins. Each coin was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, continuing the classic composition that had been in use since 1962. These were among the last few years before the U.S. Mint switched to copper-plated zinc cents in 1982 due to rising copper prices. Historically, the 1976 penny connects 2 eras: the golden age of copper cents and the modern era of U.S. coinage. It stands as a bridge between the early 20th century artistry of coin design and the evolving production technology of the late 1900s. The Lincoln Memorial reverse itself is historically significant. It was the first U.S. coin to show the same person, Abraham Lincoln, on both sides. If you look closely at the back of the coin, inside the memorial, you can actually see a tiny statue of Lincoln, sitting exactly as he appears in the real monument in Washington, D.C. This tiny detail made the Lincoln Memorial cent a masterpiece of miniature design and engraving precision. The 1976 1-cent coin, while small in value, carries a huge historical weight. It reminds collectors of America's bicentennial spirit, the endurance of Lincoln's legacy, and the final era of pure copper cents. Even today, More than 45 years later, millions of these coins still circulate, a testament to their durability and the lasting memory of the bicentennial year. Every time you hold a 1976 penny, you're holding a piece of American heritage, struck during a moment when the entire nation looked back proudly at its 200-year journey of freedom, democracy, and progress when it comes to coin collecting. One of the most important things that determines how much your coin is worth is its condition. Even if two coins are from the same year and mint, their value can vary a lot depending on how well they've been preserved over time. So, let's talk about the condition and grading of the 1976 Lincoln 1-cent coin, how to recognize its quality, what makes a coin more valuable, and what collectors look for. Most 1976 1-cent coins found in circulation today show signs of wear and aging since they've been in pockets, wallets, and piggy banks for nearly 5 decades. Typical wear includes faded or dull color. The bright copper red turns to brown,